You have a button in front of you. It's a magical button.
A bud?
A button.
A button.
A button.
Okay.
Okay.
You press the button. You get $1 million. But if you press the button, someone random dies in the world. Anyone random. You have no idea who this person is. They die. You can press the button. How many? As many times as you want. How many times do you press the button?
7 billion times. All right, 3, 2, 1.
2,
1.
Welcome back to the Levity podcast. I'm your host Phil with HB Taman and our new guest Helen.
Hello.
Lee.
Yeah, how's y'all's week so far?
So Valentine's was this past week, right? So what did everyone do for Valentine's Day?
Why are we staring Helen? My bad. My bad. You're the guest. What do we do?
I'm the only one in a relationship. Okay?
My bad.
That's
Hey,
you
I'm in a platonic
Did you do anything for Valentine's Day?
I did. I had a Galentine's Day.
Hey, that's
Yeah,
fire.
just me and the single
Yeah.
single people.
Had some wine with some friends.
I had some wine with some friends.
That's what's up.
Exactly.
I got a facial on Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking
you
about.
did.
Yeah, let's go.
For free?
Nah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty cool.
It was supposed to be hella expensive, right?
Yeah, I didn't know the price of like facials were that expensive.
Yeah. He went for a Brazilian but got a facial.
Disregard whatever he said. No, but I got the like the Dr. Pimple Popper shit.
Okay.
Yeah, I went in and she was like doing the extractions and like the exfoliations and the extraterrestrials and the
like ET type shit.
yeah, all that shit.
Yeah,
You're
I
glowing,
love it.
man.
You are glowing.
tell?
Does your skin feel better after doing it though?
Huh?
Does your skin feel better?
I felt like I lost like 5 pounds off my face.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. You must have had a lot of acne, huh?
Huh? Yeah, just a lot of dead skin. That sounds so disgusting. But yeah, let's sit in the spirit of Valentine's Day. Let's start off our podcast with a couple of relationship questions for Helen.
Oh, sure.
Let's go for it.
A
little background. Helen's been in a relationship for how long?
10 months.
10 months.
Yay!
Woo! 10 times longer than I've ever been in.
Which is 0.
All right, let's start off this podcast by asking Helen, what is love to you, Helen?
What is love to me? I mean, you said it best, I think. I know the audience might not know, but you said it in a previous episode.
You can't just answer my question with my own answer.
No, but it's true.
What is love to you?
Isn't that a little bit cheating?
No, but he worded it perfectly when he said love is a choice. We say it as a joke. Like, we're like, oh, Phil, what is love to you? But he was right, no?
Then let's ask you this
You
first.
sound very unsure of your answer, too.
Let's ask
That's
Helen
a hard
this
question
first.
to answer.
Have you ever experienced love?
Yes.
And how was that experience?
No, but honestly, you know how they say, like, you have like different stages of love? Like you have your first love, your second love, your whatever, and they're like different lessons that you learn or something.
And what stage are you in right now?
I'm unsure, honestly. But
She's like, all these stages are myths. None of this shit is real.
No, because they say stuff like when you're a kid, right, and you have like your first relationship in high school or something. Maybe I should say it more to you because you're in a relationship. But
yeah, don't look at me. I'm getting I feel targeted.
I'm asking,
and I don't like
I'm looking
it.
at you. No, I'm not targeting you, but like when you're younger and you think you love somebody and you're in like, it's more of like amateur love.
It's more like a crush now. If you think about it, but back then you think it's like love.
Yeah. Like if you were to look back on it
Yeah.
now, you're like, oh, I was just young. Like I was just like feeling it for the first time.
Yeah.
But then you get to your second relationship when you're like a little bit older, right? And then you learn like, oh, love is more of like a sacrifice.
No, love is pain in the first relationship.
It's like life.
Yeah. That second relationship,
like
you're
life isn't all
man,
bubbly.
This sucks.
Yeah. And I don't know about the third. Maybe I'm at the second phase. But the third one.
Third one is trauma and pain as well.
Yeah, I like how we started with like the mushy gushy shit and we're going straight to
I think
pain
love
and depression.
Love in a way are lessons of life.
How so?
Yeah. It teaches you and engages you into realizing how you have to understand another person besides yourself. You can't just be an individual and just do things that you want to do because you want to do it. You got to kind of think about the other person and choose to make good benefits for not only you but for both of you guys. in my definition, love to a certain extent.
Yeah, and I feel like life is more exciting with love too, because like, you know, if you have all these materialistic things and you're by yourself, it's not as exciting if you don't have someone to share it with.
I think love is definitely an important aspect of life. Yeah, that's something everyone goes through. I genuinely don't believe someone has lived 80 years without, you know, going through love.
Yeah,
No,
that could just be more than relationships too, like family, friends,
your pets. No, honestly,
I'm just kidding. Yeah, you got 2 cats.
Helen has like 6 cats.
Oh yeah.
By the way.
we're going on 7 this year. So yes.
Oh,
No,
God.
but honestly, it's like raising, whether it's like your family member or raising pets or being in a relationship, it's like sacrificing a certain part of yourself for the sake of like another being.
It's like a child.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a child.
It's like Kai is my little
But
baby.
speaking about relationships, though, what's your favorite thing about being in a relationship? Like companionship, or like having someone to like spend meals with, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, that kind of ties into companionship too, no? But like more so than just companionship, it's like relationship is a partner. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like life is lonely, I guess. Like whether you want to stay single your whole life, you're like, I'm never going to have kids, I'm never going to get married. Like that's all. At the end of the day though, life is long, you know? Like we're like all in our younger 20s and we all feel like we've lived a lot of shit so far. But then we have about like 3-4 more of that, of what we've lived now. And you do that your whole life, like kind of being alone or doing things, saying like, oh, like only considering yourself in actions. Like that's great. That's the great part about being single. But being in a relationship, it's more of like you have somebody that has your back more so.
Like a friend.
Yeah. But that's like, those are the best relationships too.
Sidekick.
Yeah. It's like best friends that just have sexual
Interests
interests in each other.
Wait.
That's what a partner should be, right? It's like somebody that you could literally just enjoy as a friend.
I'm on board.
I bet you are.
So pretty much your best friend who you can have pretty much nice intimacy with.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
And commitment.
Yeah,
Nice,
someone you
nice.
can rely on through this journey of life. You know, this person that I've never been in love.
Okay.
I've never been in a relationship, but I'm sure it's great to have someone to support you and always be on your side throughout your journey of life. You know.
You know, speaking of that, you just said it. You've never been in love. Either of you have you guys ever felt love with a girl, even though you guys never dated them?
I feel like I thought I was in love. Okay. And it's been a one-sided thing, but I don't think I've gone far enough to that point to make sure that it's love. Okay. I think that it's love, but I know deep down that it's just a crush.
So it's more like you're just experiencing what it is, and you're kind of questioning yourself at the same time. Dude, that's tough.
What about you, Phil?
In terms of romantic, probably not, but more so like in platonic like love, then yeah, for sure.
When's the last time you've really like loved a girl?
Or like are you talking about like just talking to a girl, like seriously? Or like
talking or just like a human?
The girl that you've most been like head over heels for?
I don't know. I think it's been quite a minute.
God damn.
Yeah. Like I feel like the last time I felt like that was when I first started talking to girls in general.
Yeah, back in '99.
Watching movies all the time. Yeah, but what's it called? During that time period, I felt like I didn't value myself enough, and I placed my value of how my value of myself was dependent on how the girl thought of me.
Yes, queen.
You know what I'm saying? So like I did everything to like try to like please her and like try to like look good in front of her.
You were a simp.
Basically, yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that though.
Do you believe that was love at that point, or do you think it was just a crush?
I don't know. I can't say it's love per se. I think it's more so like I like the idea of us. I romanticize the idea of us being together a lot. So more so than like being actual love.
Going on after that, do you think that love involves one person or it involves both parties?
Well, I mean, that's giving and receiving love. Like that's also a different category in itself, you know?
Are you saying like it's one settling?
Like I feel like if one person is in quote unquote love, right? A lot of people will pursue that as just a crush. So do you believe that both parties have to be involved with each other to be love? Or do you think one person could be in love with another and they can't give you love?
Okay, first, are you asking about feeling in love or loving? Because I feel like being in love with someone is different.
Same thing, right?
It's
feeling
not.
In love and
no,
giving
because being in love and like, oh, I'm in love, like I love this person. Of course, that could be one-sided. You don't need the other because being in love is an emotion. That's a feeling. It's not like love itself is not a feeling. That's why some people get it fucked up with, oh, like I love this person, but they don't make me feel good anymore, so I don't love them anymore. You never love them in the first place if that's the case. You know what I mean? Like being in love is different than loving. If you love a person, that could be a two-way street. Like like that's a nourishing, like life-building quality about life, because love is sacrifice. But feeling in love and being in love, that could be one-sided, because you could be delusionally in love. It might not even be love, and you might just be like, I'm in love.
You mean like those people who are like, oh yeah, it was love at first sight?
Oh yeah,
it's more so like infatuation, right?
Yeah.
More so than
I don't believe in love at first sight.
So I'm super curious about
way.
Is Helen, you said you've been in a relationship for 10 months, right? Have you been in love for those 10 months, or when did you start being in love with him?
That's a hard question.
Do you think love begins at the relationship, or do you think love slowly builds through the relationship?
No, I think more so starting the relationship is like both parties saying, okay, we're going to commit to at least growing towards a love, like with each other. But that doesn't mean like, oh, you start dating and it's like, oh, we're in love, you know? But with my current relationship with Charlie, I think I told him like 4 or 5 months in, which I'm not sure if that's early or if that's late. Maybe it was 6 months. Did you say it
first, or did he say it first?
He said it first, and he said it months before I did.
That's fine.
Asking the veterans here, HB and Helen, is 4 or 5 months a late time to say I love you, or
what was I?
Or HB, you've been in a relationship for what? Almost 6 years now.
Yeah, we ask HB.
HB, you've been in a relationship for almost 6 years now, right? When did you say that you loved her to your girlfriend?
I actually don't remember.
You don't remember?
Can just say it.
Oh wow.
Oh wow. Okay, so you were in love.
So let me talk about that, right? And 5 years, 6 years.
Hey, before you say that, HB's girlfriend said in between 1 to 2 months that HB said that.
Yeah.
He loves her.
So.
Aww.
So nice. I did. If I had to talk about my feelings at the time, like. I think it was because I was so raw into understanding what a relationship was.
Love it.
And infatuation and honeymoon stage is huge, right? So instead of identifying it as love, I think I was just super infatuated. No offense, love.
So you don't love her?
I don't. It's not that I didn't love her, and that's gonna sound super mean. She's laughing if that makes me feel better.
She's like, I think the biggest
point is you never understand what love is till you really learn what commitment is, and sacrificing a lot of who you are, so you can also learn and gain who she is, or she or he.
So what have you sacrificed to learn what she is?
A lot, actually. I guess one of them is just.
Good God.
When you say a lot and you can't think of anything, I'm just kidding. Like, for example, like.
Gaming.
What's a big one? No, it's not like that. It's not about like time and stuff like that. It's your moral values that you have strong beliefs for. And you argue and realize not everything you grew up and learned to believe in is true. And just having someone to tell me their opinions, and to tell me if what I'm doing is right or wrong. Like, for example, I was like super black and white with a lot of stuff back then. And like if someone were to be like, yo, what do you think about this person? But you either love him or you hate him. There's no middle ground. I was really black and white with. I'm still to a certain extent like that, but I got to realize, like, you know, you gotta also be able to understand that there's middle grounds and there's reasons for why people do certain things. You know, and you gotta kind of empathize because we're people at the end of the day. That's one of the things I'm kind of like working on still. So
you think being in a relationship kind of open your mind up?
Yeah, because if you respect the person,
it's a second opinion.
Yeah,
you got in.
You're gonna really listen to them if you respect them first of all. Because if you don't give a shit about what they say, then why would you listen to them?
So what I'm hearing is you have a lot of respect for your girlfriend.
Yeah, of course.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about, brother.
Gotta say the right things right now.
Definitely getting late tonight, huh?
Oh no, I'm just kidding.
No, but I feel like love doesn't really kick in until like y'all start going through those fights and stuff, because it's easy to like someone when everything is going great, because like when they're like buying each other flowers and you guys have like those,
you get blinded by those materialistic things. I feel like in the beginning,
yeah,
right?
liking someone when they're doing everything for you, it's easy, but like when y'all have those like disagreements and stuff like that, like that's when you actually make the mental decision to see whether or not they're worth your time to like invest into them and then like work together to work through that relationship.
No, that's why I said love. That's why I quoted you when love is a choice, because when you're pissed at them or they don't make you happy or they haven't been making you happy for like a while, you know, anybody could, and like especially with social media, like in today's age, everyone has so many options. And there's instant gratification in everything. Like you're pissed at your significant other, you could literally just go on Tinder and like cheat on your partner and you could do whatever you want. You could get out of the relationship and find the next partner in like 2 days. But like it's a choice to sit there and be like, you're a piece of shit and I fucking hate you and I honestly don't need this right now, but I'm still gonna choose to sit here and respect you and understand you and try to like grow through this and tackle the problem together, you know,
and being able to see the good in them despite all the problems and issues.
And adding on to Helen, I feel like that just kind of goes on what HB was saying about sacrifice. And, you know, you have to sacrifice a lot of your own personal beliefs to agree with the partner that you're with. Yeah. Have you ever, you know, met a girl that you've had intercourse with? And intercourse.
Very scientific.
No. And you're after, you know, you do the intercourse, you're just like, man, I really love this girl.
No.
That's gonna be our.
I wouldn't say love, but I was like, man, this is pretty cool. Like, I definitely want to spend more time with her.
This is kind of cool.
This coochie dope.
This intercourse is kind of.
Do you have like a secret go-to thing to lead up to it?
A secret go-to?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, your move.
To be completely honest, I mean, everyone knows here that I've never been in a relationship, right?
Hey yo.
So I've been only in talking stages or one night stands, right? Okay. So I mean, it doesn't get to the point where I need to share too much information personally about myself. So I don't need to worry too much.
I guess what I was trying to say is that I got a friend, a really close friend of mine, who likes to watch like movies and stuff. Like Netflix and chill type of stuff, you know? And it just like, that's like your go-to thing. Like, do you have something like that?
Like Netflix and chill stuff?
Or your Riz too good that you just get what you
for
gotta
me,
do?
Like if I turn on a movie, it's too distracting. I'll watch the movie oversized.
He gets ADHD.
No, like dead ass.
He's like, look at this movie.
No, like boom, 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 slap, slap, slap. Like if there's a movie on, I'm just like, man, that's an interesting movie. You know? I mean, like when genuinely people tell me like they have sex for 2-3 hours long, I genuinely do not believe it.
2-3
Why, you're not a
hours
marathon
sex.
runner yourself, dog?
No, I mean like 30-40 minutes I'm going at it and I'm just like, okay, what do I do now? I bust out all my moves already.
He uses all his moves in the first 5 minutes. He's like,
you never take like a juice break and then you come back at it?
I mean, no. Like you gotta like do it and finish and then go for another round, right? Like
yeah. That's what I meant. Like you're going for
2-3 hours, bro. Do you know how long that is?
People be saying stuff like that though. Like, yeah, I've been going 4 hours straight.
Yeah, maybe if they take a rhino pill from Shell or something.
No,
like,
I was about to say.
A rhino pill.
Yeah, like there's no way.
Yeah, the gas station pills are crazy.
Yeah, they're fucking nuts. $4.99 at your local gas station.
Have you used it before?
I've never used it. If you're using a rhino,
how do you know it's $4.99 at the gas station?
Just because I ask around.
Look, he's just right there in front of the cashier.
He just knows. Oh, Phil told you.
Yeah.
If you guys were if there was a zombie apocalypse, right? What's the first thing you would do? Actually, who's the first to die in this room?
100%.
Helen.
Yeah, there's no
100% Helen.
Was that too easy?
Yeah, for sure.
Helen's gonna die.
I hate motherfuckers chasing me, bro. If I saw a zombie behind me, I would sit on the ground and I'd say, okay.
Just eat it and take it.
She turned around and go, stop! Stop!
You know who'd be the last to die, though? That's not even on this podcast, but she's sitting right there. Yes, sir.
Why?
Yeah, what makes you say that?
Don't you just feel it?
No.
You're like she. You don't think so?
No, she gonna run the trip.
Good problem solving.
She gonna run the trip.
No, for real.
I think brains over athleticism, zombie apocalypse.
No, but you still need like a physical aspect because if you're smart, but you can't like run away from them. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a problem too.
True. Facts.
Definitely think it would be me that would last to die.
You think it would last the longest?
I think I would last the longest 100%.
I don't think you got that cardio in you, dog.
Huh?
I don't think you got that cardio.
Yeah, but I got the bullets.
No. Why do you think you're the person to survive till the last, though?
I mean, I feel like I've been surviving this long. Like,
what the?
What do you think we've been doing?
Yeah. If anything, I'm the oldest, so I've been surviving longer than you by like 4 years.
What's the first things you guys would look for in the zombie apocalypse? Like, what would you get?
Oh, I'm going to Costco. I'm locking myself in like a
You're locking the whole building.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it's Dick's Sporting Goods.
Dick's Sporting
They
Goods.
have MREs and weapons.
And dicks.
And dicks. And dicks.
I was about to say Kroger, and then when you said Costco, I was like, okay, never mind.
Yeah, way better.
Never mind.
Okay. Question: if you had any superpower, what would it be and why?
Shoot.
Okay, any superpower?
Any.
My first instinct says flying, but I feel like there's something cooler than that. So let me think about it.
I feel like Helen would hit a pigeon midair. And she's like, oh, fuck. And then she like fucking dive bombs into like the ground.
Yeah, I wouldn't be the one to die though.
So for me, I think the first instinct for me to pick a superpower would be flying, right? But the most logical superpower I would go through is invisibility.
Where are you going with this? Where are you going with this?
I feel like if I wanted all the money in the world, I would, be invisible and then go steal a bunch of gold bars from a bank or something.
Okay, but
right?
the thing is, being invisible doesn't mean you can walk through walls and stuff. Like, how are you gonna open the safe?
I mean, but it's pretty easy to go into a place invisible and know what their schedule is like.
Oh, actually, yeah, I didn't think.
And then steal the gold bars and then go out. But if it's for fun and a joyride, definitely flying.
But also, like if you're invisible, it doesn't necessarily mean the gold's invisible. So you're just gonna see like a bag of levitating gold walking out. They'll be like, "Oh, this is normal."
I mean, I guess so. Yeah.
What would you pick?
Before I say what I would pick, do you think it would? I'm thinking of like a deeper meaning behind that, like invisibility and flying, right? Like, would you say you would want to be invisible because you're just tired of talking to people sometimes?
No, I want to be invisible so I can take shit from people and they can't see me.
He wants to peep on women without them knowing.
Whoa.
Go in their
I think
rooms.
there's a reason for porn for that. But I think invisibility, you can do a lot of things with it.
Because I think like flying is like a representation of just like
freedom.
Being free. Yeah.
No, 100%.
And I'm pretty sure that's why she picked it. Because mine would be to like manipulate time.
No.
To stop time, to be exact.
I'm right there with you. I was going to say time travel.
Time travel?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Time travel. Yeah, 100% actually. I feel like you can do a lot of things with time travel.
Where would you go? What time period? Why would you choose time period?
Back to lunch because I'm hungry right now.
I thought you said you had dinner.
If you would time travel somewhere besides lunch, maybe dinner.
Like
maybe
a different
dinner.
time period, like an actual. I mean, I know lunch is an actual.
First, would you guys go to a future or past?
Future.
Future?
Yeah, honestly, seeing how our future is going right now, I would go to the past.
Really?
No.
Hey, I like
100%.
Okay, but what point in the past?
I think I would go through a period where, like, I think the 80s is a good point for me. 80s to 90s. 80s to 90s is a good point for me. Because 60s, 50s, racism's involved.
Isn't it still?
So you gotta avoid it at all costs.
Yeah, avoid racism.
Evolve today.
You gotta evolve.
100%. No, 80s, 90s is a good time period for me.
Okay.
You can invest enough stocks to know which one's gonna boom up. But like 60s, 70s, it's still racist motherfuckers out there.
I don't know. I feel like I would go back in like way back to see like ancient civilizations and like
dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And see why the pyramids exist.
Yeah.
At the same time, we've all born in the 21st century, right? Like, do you think you can live in the ancient past without the technology we've grew up with?
No, but I can teleport back and forth. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I travel back and I'm stuck.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So I can just go back, take a shower, and then fucking, and then go back.
What the fuck?
You know what I'm saying?
Wouldn't you want to see the future though? Why is everybody choosing past?
I can't say the future because I don't know what's coming, but I already know what happened in the past. So it seems more like exciting for me because there's like so many stories and shit.
What if you go into the future and you just die because it's supposed to apocalypse the world?
Yeah, there's like no oxygen or whatever.
Yeah, you just.
No, but what if we like traveled off of Earth and at that point we're like in Mars? I mean, not Mars or
March?
whatever. No, like
we're in
planet.
March.
Like we're in outer space at that point. That'd be awesome. It doesn't matter if there's no air on Earth. Like I'm pretty sure humanity is gonna move over to some other place at that point.
I mean the only reason I don't see the future is because we've known the history before we've lived before.
Yeah,
and we know how much worse it's getting throughout the years.
Yeah,
right?
But every generation says that.
That's true. She's not wrong.
I mean, statistically proven. Statistically proven, it's been worse throughout the years.
You know exactly what's on his mind.
Titties.
But imagine like a future where like they cured cancer, like certain things, like AI is in place, like. You remember the scene in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse? Have you seen that movie?
I haven't seen Into the Spider-Verse.
What?
Where he like falls off in like that city. Like that's what the future.
I mean, for me, it was an animation movie, right?
Okay.
I just didn't think it was gonna be as good.
No, you have.
Oh no, that shit was fire.
You gotta watch it.
Yeah,
that's actually.
But for me, I want to go back in the past because I want to be part of like the Last Supper or some shit. Hang out with like Jesus.
Oh, you're gonna go back into Jesus time?
Honestly, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
We gonna see Phil Fan
I'm
in
really,
the Bible.
really curious.
I mean, for me, it'd be like the '90s. Invest in Amazon.
You could go back to the past and see if Jesus was real or not, and then you could.
Jesus was real. There's like what I'm.
Okay,
what I'm saying,
so
literally, like I'm not even trying to like.
Jesus is real.
Not this like whole church thing, but it's like he's literally in the books of history.
Yeah, you don't believe in a Jesus?
Yeah, he was a real dude. He was a like.
No. But you could go back and like confirm. Did he walk on water?
See, that's the thing I'm curious about
Like,
too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like.
Did he
bush
cure the
really
blind?
kept on fire for this long? Like,
or what if he was a time traveler and then he had like technology and shit like that to walk on water?
DJ?
Yeah.
yeah, Jesus was literally DJ Diesel.
Yeah, you said you would go back in time to invest in like Amazon or whatever.
100%.
But adding on to that, like if you okay, like going the money route. If you had like $1 million, what are the first 3 things you would do?
Real estate, stocks, and technology. 100%.
This is such an interesting question. My answers are so different from his.
Well, what are yours?
Mine was taking care of my family, making sure see, that's why I was like, okay, so different. It was like taking care of my family, making sure my friends are gonna be like have enough to like sustain their lives, and try to utilize that money for. Yeah, it's $1 million. I mean, try to reinvest it as much as possible.
Like when I said like stocks and all this,
it's to do it for a greater purpose. Of course.
Yeah, it's gonna be in the 90s, right? It's gonna be before I was born.
Yeah.
So obviously, I'm gonna have to do it through my family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, kind of goes hand in hand.
You're going hand in hand with that.
Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah. Helen, how about you? What would you do if you had the power to time travel and you had to invest in something and
Let's take out the time travel part. Mm-hmm. Well, if you had $1 million handed to you, what's the first things you would do?
I feel like she would buy hella cats and like be like, 101 Dalmatians. It would be her, but 101 cats.
No, honestly, I always told myself if I was rich enough, one of those, Paris Hilton in her backyard, she got like a full size miniature or a full size house for her dogs, and she has like 1 million of them. I would so do that with cats. No, but the first 3 things I would do is a mix of your answer and your answer, because I would invest whatever for like future generational wealth. Second thing, I make sure my family and friends are all taken care of.
Yeah, for sure.
More so family. Oh,
you're so popular.
Must be nice.
It's the past.
No, but then the third thing would be I would take my friends to a nice ass dinner and we'd celebrate.
But your friends wouldn't be alive at that point. Because you're in the past.
No. I'm saying disregarding the past.
We just had $1 million
in the present.
Just straight up in the present.
No more time travel. Just like
okay.
He's still in the past.
Reminiscing, bro. I'm reminiscing.
What about you, Phil? What'd you do? What'd you got? $1 million? Just
$1 million.
Spam.
$1 million just sitting right here.
I'll place it on Rubets, like the little rocket game. it's either the little multiplier.
10x.
Let me see if I can like multiply this.
To
shit.
the moon.
Yeah, or like maybe go to like fucking Vegas and just like put it all in like black or red.
Yeah.
You would gamble with the money you got.
So you're saying you'd gamble? You're saying you'd gamble?
Hey man, I'm Vietnamese. We got gambling in our.
HP, how about you? If you had $1 million right now, what would you do?
Honestly,
no tax, just $1 million right in front of you.
No tax.
Shoot, reinvest it.
Not get married?
Huh? I'm just kidding. No, I mean, yeah, you can do that, but if you reinvest it, it's like you can get a better marriage.
And you're right.
Gotta save myself.
Damon's asking the trick questions.
Yeah, my man's trying to get me with the tween.
I mean, it's kind of hard to think about because $1 million isn't what used to be worth $1 million back then.
True.
You know?
Yeah, the value changed a lot.
No, the value changed a lot. So I guess it kind of depends on what time period you're in.
No, $1 million today.
I got another money question. So you have a button in front of you. It's a magical button.
A button.
A button.
Okay. You press the button. You get $1 million. But if you press the button, someone random dies in the world. Anyone random. You have no idea who this person is. They die. You can press the button. How many? Like as many times as you want. How many times do you press the button?
7 billion times. I'm about to be sitting on a mountain of cash, my friend.
Okay, I'll start first.
Phil's gonna cure everything with that money.
Phil doesn't even need money to come to him. He just
we'll go clockwise from here, right? I will start first. Right now, since I don't have the button in front of me, I will say yes. But I know when the button's in front of me,
it's that pressure.
Yeah. I feel like I wouldn't do it. Just because I don't know who that person is, and that person could be someone I love.
It's like when people are like,
that is true.
Would you do this for like $1 million? And you're like, no. And
I mean, it's so easy to say yes, but that button's not in front of you.
Yeah, it's true.
So give me a number. How many times?
Huh?
Give me a number.
Yeah, exactly.
I said 7 billion.
No.
It can't be worse than mine.
No. 70 times. No.
That's fucked.
Helen, how about you? Would you do it?
$1 million for every time you press the button.
Dude, fuck yeah, I would do it. What is that? If anybody out there is saying that they wouldn't.
Really though? No, it's like what he's saying though. When it's right in front of you and you're like, I have the power to take someone's life because of the money that I'm receiving.
She slams it before you finish your talk.
Starts mass pressing it. It's like, what happens to the other person?
Oh shit.
No, but I mean, if a random person died, right? I could just find their family and then give them some consolation money and be like, sorry.
But a life doesn't have a price on it.
Yeah, it's just priceless.
Yeah.
Really, says the person that says who pressed the button.
But at the same time, I feel like it's different for people in their situations. Like, I mean, to be honest, we're all in, a comfortable life and we're all in a middle class type life, right?
This is comfortable?
I mean, like, we're here right now with power on and we're, but I mean, it might be different for someone who has like $1 in the bank account and they need it right now. So I feel like it's just different for anyone in their situation.
I feel like I would press it once.
Just to get that first billion?
Just to know what it feels like.
I need to ask you this question because I know if I ask Phil, he's going to be like, I'll still press it 7 billion times. Would you feel guilty? You just murdered someone, technically. You're not going to feel any like feeling of guilt.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Oh, shit. Out of sight, out of mind. No guilt? Oh, technically you're fixing world hunger.
Population problem, everything gone.
But to be completely honest, I feel like if you press the button, you don't know who that person is.
Maybe you might get lucky and then
I feel like over time, you won't care.
You get numb to
Yeah, because it's a person that you don't know.
It's just like working out at the gym. Like at first you're like a little sore and then you start building like a tolerance to it.
Because more so than feeling guilty, after I press that button, I'll probably just sit there and wonder. I'm like, who?
So this was like a moral test. Now I know.
So after a while, you can rep it out because you're not sore anymore. And after a while, you just keep slamming it.
Like, damn, am I doing something wrong?
Good morning.
I'm doing that shit in between meals and shit. In my sleep.
1 million, 2 million.
Alarm clock.
Wait, would you do it though?
Would I do it?
Speaking of moral tests, let's get into that.
I think it feels like I'm picking the easy way out by just taking Tina's answer.
Yeah.
Okay, I think hindsight, I would just be like, yeah, like why? Of course I want to press it. Like $1 million is a lot of money.
No,
like, I'm not gonna know that person.
Yeah,
you know, and that button's right in front of you, and you're just thinking like, you know, like you're just like, dang, do I press this button?
Don't be boring. Give a number. Don't be boring.
How many times?
How many billions of times would you do it?
At least once. Under 10.
Maybe
under
maybe
20?
once. Maybe once.
Hey, so $1 million.
Maybe once.
What if you could press it half a time? Like that.
Okay.
Just lose an arm. Oh shit! What the fuck?
Hear me out. This is where you can twist the question though. If you're trying to make it a moral question, what if the person that ends up dying is, like, if it was even if it was a random person, if you say all life is equal, whatever, then what if that person that ends up dying would have been was like a terrible person, was useless for like the world, but you knew that if you were capable of having the money, you could literally change the world. At that point, is it moralistically wrong?
Okay, if she's asking like every time I press a button, a murderer dies.
Okay, no.
I mean,
but no, it's not like you don't know. But if you're really considering like, oh, I wouldn't be able to press the button because it might kill a random person in the world.
But like murderers can have second chances. They can change. No?
Yeah. Murderers?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
No, people can't. Like, that's why I'm asking, because like,
oh,
you know, the person's a murderer.
But I mean, as easy as it sounds, it's ending someone's life.
That's that's the point I'm trying to make right now.
Yeah.
Right, Phil?
I mean, for me personally, a murderer is still a life, and I don't know if I should have that jurisdiction of taking that person's life
and having that type of control.
Yeah. And then I might have $1 million in my bank account, but I still have that thought in my head, like going, "Damn, I just killed someone."
Untaxed.
Untaxed.
She just hit me with the logic. She said, "A murderer who kills another person is a murderer."
That's true. So I mean,
no. If you kill a person that's a murderer, you're a murderer too.
I mean, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I mean, it's fucking nuts.
I don't know. It's crazier now. Like, I don't know.
Am I a closet murderer? I'm just kidding.
Or how about this? Like, if you guys had like a death note, would you guys use it?
Oh, I was thinking about
death note. Yeah. Yes, 100%.
Like a notebook where you're just like,
where you could designate who dies.
Yeah, you could write their name and shit like that, and then you can write how they die too.
You know, have you seen the actual anime all the way through? Like what happens to him at the end? He goes kind of like psycho.
He goes psycho.
Yeah, he loses his mind and shit.
No, I think that's the same concept though. Like you press the button enough times, and
it's a god complex.
You have so much power, and you feel like life is so meaningless because you have full control of it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I can't speak. You have full control over it. Mm-hmm. So like once you have full control over it and you do it a couple of times, you're like, this is easy. How do you do it again? It's easy like reps.
But what's crazy to think about is
it's like working out the gym.
What's crazy to think about is, I mean, you're ending these people's lives, but you're doing it for a better good, but you're sacrificing yourself to end these people's lives.
Yeah, I'll be a martyr to save people.
And for some money.
Yeah, I'll forsake myself for the greater good. No, but the funny thing is, like, I liked how y'all hesitated during the money one, but when the money's away and it's just like a death note, y'all are like, yeah, sign me up. Yeah.
I never said shit.
They don't even need the money.
I didn't say shit.
Okay, would you rather be forced to be butt naked for the whole day in a very populated spot like Times Square, or be forced to sleep for a whole year?
Like a vampire, right? Like you just fall asleep and you can't wake up.
Okay, for me,
or like a bear, like hibernating.
Okay, so the question is,
same but different.
So I was a little, you know, standoffish to the question, but the question is, would you rather be forced to be butt naked for the whole day, like in Times Square, or would you be forced to sleep for a whole year?
Naked.
Being forced to sleep for a whole year is not being forced to sleep.
It's not being forced to sleep. It's like you're literally asleep for a year. And like
so you're sacrificing a year of sleep for a day of embarrassment.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's a question of time. Would you use a whole one day to feel fully embarrassed, and you have to pick? Or would you pick would you choose to lose time of your life? A whole year. A year goes by fast, but at the same time, the more I think about the question, you can do a lot in a year.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, like a day of embarrassment for a whole year of, you know, losing time is a lot worse than, you know, just being embarrassed for a whole
I would easily be butt naked.
No. Now that I reconsider it, you're right. Because then people will record you. People will be like, "Look at this shit," and then you'll go viral, and then you'll be rich.
That's what you're thinking. No. Making more money.
I mean, for me,
that's what we're all thinking.
I feel like it's just confidence level. I'm very confident in my body. So
I
would rather be butt naked for a whole 6 months than be asleep for a year.
It's not a time thing. It's just you're just volunteering to want to be
100%.
naked.
I think David just wants to be naked.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
I mean, to be honest.
Oh shit!
Yes,
shit.
Winnie the Pooh is tame in now. Well, even though I know your answer, what would your answer be, Phil?
Just answer my question. My answer.
You would choose to be butt naked.
Yeah.
Yeah, easily.
I already hate wearing clothes as is.
You know, at that point, you probably start embracing it too.
Huh? I'd start chasing people around in Times Square.
Honestly, I feel like the choice would be harder for girls.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
Helen, would you be naked for 24 hours in Times Square over being asleep in a whole year?
That is tough. I think you're right. It's more hard for a girl.
No, but I have my whole organ like exposed to the elements.
Yeah, but we love our organs
too.
Yeah.
Are we organs?
We love our organs though.
Yo, Phil.
I have organs.
No, but your organs like it's like tucked in.
Oh,
you know
it concaves
tucked in.
But yeah, speaking of sleep though, if you guys didn't have to sleep in life, what would you do for the extra 8 hours or whatever?
I mean, to be completely honest, like if I did not need sleep in my schedule, I'd work like 12 hours a day and I try to find a relationship for the rest of the time.
Okay, so finish your life.
Since because I'm a single dude, like try to find a relationship in my spare time.
Okay,
but because I use my work time as an excuse for not finding a relationship.
So let me get this straight. Like it's like I think there's in life there's certain stages that a lot of people have to go through. Like you got the like what's a
He's just making this shit up as he goes. There are no stages.
This man's a veteran.
There are no stages.
There's like a whole stage. You got the drinking stage, partying stage, and then you got the like whole career life changing stage. You're just saying you want to speed everything up, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and so you want to like have other things you can do.
Exactly.
Once you figure it out, okay.
Yeah.
Dang. Or I would just bullshit that on the spot.
I feel like we say that now, but then if we actually had the extra time, we would take even longer to do shit.
I agree.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like we'd be like, like we have so much extra time. We would just chill and procrastinate.
I mean, being an Asian and in Asian culture, genuinely, I do think that if we had 24 hours in a day and we didn't need to sleep, we would work. I feel like in the Asian culture, we love money more than anything.
I would cure world hunger.
No, you wouldn't.
Watch me.
He would cure world hunger because he used the button to kill 7 billion people off the planet. So there's literally no more world hunger. What do you mean?
Yeah. You thought that was a challenge? I'm gonna stop sleeping right now.
Roasted.
So to like just bring up one of the things that you're saying is like it's really hard to obviously do things even if you were to have no sleep, right? Like okay, let me restate that because it sounds stupid, right?
Dumbass.
No, don't listen to him.
So you don't have to sleep, and you're telling everyone that you're going to use that time to do and be more efficient, essentially, right? In most cases or not, I don't think that's going to happen. I think we're just going to use that time to procrastinate more, like you said. Why do you think that's the case as people?
Because I feel like since we have so much an abundance of time, like everyone who has like an abundance of something, like they don't value it as much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you think like procrastinating has like a fear factor inside it? Like you're scared to start because of like failing?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. You get what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah, because I mean, it's like the hump that most people have to get over is like the feel of getting that first failure down. Yeah. And it's like that. It's so in their mind because like we're trained to be like always be perfect, always
try to get the best like most perfect route.
I agree with HP because right now if I have something to do at 4:30, I'm in bed till 3:30 and be like, man, I have an hour left. Yeah. But if I had 24 hours in there, I'd be like, damn, I have 6 hours left. What can I do? I can just stay in bed till like 4 hours. I 100% agree with HP.
This is a thought that came up in my head because if one of the things I think I have a hard time in life with is starting
sex.
What I'm trying to say is like just that initial start to do something is so difficult. Like for example, going to the gym is a great example, right?
Yeah.
You have the thought. Every new year, everyone has this. Have a better body.
Yeah.
You want that first thought. You go to the gym, and going to the gym is honestly the hardest part.
Yeah.
Because 2 weeks after that, if you can maintain it, that's when you get a better body.
100%. But
that fear factor of, will I even get a better body if I do this long enough? I'm not getting any results. Is this all worth it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Yeah.
I do.
Have you guys ever had like moments like that or epiphanies where you're just like, I need to start, but why can't I start?
Yeah.
It's interesting you say that you feel like that's a weak point that you have, because if anything, I feel like I have like an extreme weak point in that area. And if anything, I think you, and especially like Phil, are really inspirational to me, because like it's great when you know you're somebody that has like a lot of amazing ideas or talent, you know? Like even if you're scared, you still end up doing things, you know? Like you do your coding thing, like you say you're going to do something and you're going to do it, you try it. But like I used to say like, oh, I'm just OCD. Oh, I'm just a perfect. And then I realized like it's not even that stuff. It's just that like I'm literally too scared to start things because I'm so like psychoanalyzing like, well, this has to be perfect. If this isn't perfect, this isn't perfect. So why would I even start?
And this is going to happen, and then I'm going to look stupid. And if I waste my time, then I'm wasting more time.
Exactly.
And that's where like you and Phil, that's why
even when Phil yells at me
paralysis. To go to Pilates, I'm
like, you just got to do it. That's the result I kind of came to. If you don't just do it, then there was that whole meme, like, just do it. Have you guys heard that before?
Nike?
Yeah. No.
No, it was
wrong. Just do it.
What was that actor's name?
It's the Transformers guy. Yeah.
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf. When he was like doing the whole meme.
Just do it.
Just do it. No, like literally, you just gotta do it. If you don't start, you'll never know like how to get anything out of it. Like if you don't know how to overcome failure, you'll never learn how to have success. Right? I think one of the most challenging things on that part too is doing things that are difficult, because the difficult things are the most rewarding things. Anything 100%. That's difficult is rewarding, because if it was easy, everyone would be able to do it. But it's because it's difficult that not a lot of people are able to achieve that goal to begin with. But the people that achieve it more so than likely are people that learn to overcome failure, learn to come over their insecurities. And that's kind of like the journey that I've been kind of like learning.
Hell yeah.
Because, dude, I got some smart kids in my class.
Hell yeah.
You just feel stupid as shit every day.
But you just gotta keep on going.
Yeah, you just gotta tank it. You're just like every day, like, damn, like, is this not for me? Am I just stupid?
You're not.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah, you're such a wise piglet.
No, you just have to ask those kind of questions. And I'm not trying to like sound like a Debbie Downer or anything, but I'm sure like a lot of people can relate to this. Yeah. You're just thinking, am I not enough? And because you feel like you're not enough, you just tend to avoid it. And once you avoid it, you just, okay, if I avoid it and I just focus on the things that I'm good at, then I don't have to worry about it. But you end up doing nothing because of that. You only work on the things that you're better at. You never grow as a person, right?
I mean, I think that's just like learning a certain sense of like perseverance, because
discipline too.
Yeah, it's discipline. It's like you told me this once before, but I was like, oh, I'm so motivated, whatever, blah, blah. And that's why I want to do this. And you were like, Helen, a person who wakes up every day and does what they have to do, not because they feel motivated or happy, but just does it because they have to, will always get further than somebody who like wakes up and they're like, I'm going to do this because I'm motivated. And
yeah,
like,
without a doubt.
Or don't do it because like, I don't feel like it.
Or I don't feel good today.
Yeah. In order, if you use your emotions as a way to motivate yourself or choose to do something because you feel some sort of way about something, they're never going to like, some people are going to make it, but more than likely or not, I believe the person that's consistent and just trying to do like the bare minimum every day, or just trying every day,
or just showing up for yourself every day.
Thank you. You're so good with words.
So good.
No, but adding on to that too, though, I feel like as a generation, we've been so like indoctrinated to like always get that quick dopamine hit and like always have that instant gratification.
Yeah.
Whereas like these hard challenges, like it takes longer time for you to see the reward or like the result. That like if you don't get it right away, you have less incentive to do it right away because you don't get that dopamine hit. You know what I'm saying?
And that feeling of like, oh, I accomplished something, or like, no, you know, that's why for college too, you know, in society today, people are like, you need college or you don't need college, or why is college important? Can you be successful without it? Whatever. It's like that thing where I feel like college or schooling or anything like that has to do with discipline. It's not really about like graduating and getting a degree. It's more of like a lot of people that drop out and they're like, college isn't for me. You know, a lot of people these days, like kids don't. Yeah, it's not standard. It's not really about having to go to college. It's about like, it's a 4 or 5 year long thing.
It's commitment.
Yeah, it's a commitment. And even when it sucks and you feel like you're stupid and you're in classes where you don't understand, it's like if you can get to a point of graduating, it like proves a certain level of like you can accomplish things even if you don't see like the gratification right there.
Like independency, like just learning and being willing to learn.
All right, so with that, I feel like we're already hitting our hour mark. So let's go ahead and wrap it up. Yeah. I'm Phil. This is Piglet, and then Taman.
I'm Taman.
And I'm Christopher Robin.
Yeah, Christopher Robin. Lovely guest, Christopher Robin. And
we said her name right?
Thank you for tuning in to our third episode.
Is it third? It's our third.
It's our third.
It's like more like a 2.78. Well, the first one was more of like a 0.3. So we're.
Hey, thanks for being a guest, Helen.
Hey, it's no more.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up.
All right, we're the Levity Podcast.
Till next time, y'all.
Thank you.